recording.
What video recording?
Morning. Yesterday's morning.
I just sent that.
You have just sent afternoon only, sir.
Afternoon only. Just give me 1 second. I'll just check that. Morning. Yes, morning video. Yeah, morning video is also there. Okay, there's. Okay, open in trial. Just give me a second. Let me check first. It's there. 15 minutes only. Three. Two. Okay, send. Gray color, background gray. Where is my nose gone? Strange, saved it. Lightbox, pixel. This one, with nose and all everything. So just save it once again. Save as Pikachu. So, so you can see this entire area like this, but it's basically slightly like I'll use move tool BMV. The center part is the outpost area. Slightly squeeze. Slightly down. So this becomes your out this snoot kind of thing with nose, mouth, and all those things, and this roundness will get this BCB clay buildup, alt minus slightly, give it that round curve area. So till now I'm using Dynamish only, and so you get this thing rounded, this feel very easily. I'll add this one. Okay, let's see those fingers now. So in this you can see it's like kind of cylindrical, little bit thicker in the base and little bit thinner in on this top in this area. So this is just to create that thing. What I can do is I can just simply select this, isolate this section and just create it because rest everything I don't want. So press Control and Shift together. You get this rectangular select. You can see automatically this brush changes. Then it will create this green selection. So this is like I have to select this entire section. Now only and only that section is visible. Yeah, right. Only that section is visible. Or suppose you want to remove this section also. So press Control also Shift, Control and Alt together. So now you have this section. Now you can work on this very easily without like getting affected by all those areas and see all those parts not visible. So not all those things are not required. Add. It's a basic technique is add clay, remove clay. Like clay modeling. If any of you have ever tried clay modeling, oh, no answer. You guys never tried clay modeling. So if you have tried ever clay modeling, so clay modeling you have like two process. One is like add clay, and one is removing clay. So Zbrush also use the exact same clay modeling process, and like create the same thing. And you can, if you understand how clay modeling works, you can do it very easily and quickly. Because most of the time, if you see, most of traditional sculptors, they if they learn ZBrush, they can do amazing stuff because they already understand the concept of adding clay and removing clay. It's reversed. Then what is my reference? Let's see. So I have one, two, three fingers. No, four fingers. Reduce the brush size. They're just like some simple lumps of this is tubes. Undo. One, two, three, and four. So you can like just simply create those fingers like this, or you can simply create selection and push it outside. Then just to come out from this thing, press Control Shift together, click outside. Control Shift and click outside. So you'll like the isolation mode will switch off. Then similarly for my feet have like three fingers only. One, two, three. But this is kind of flat. This part blends into the fingers, and this part don't have this kind of like volume, this kind of almost flat. So yesterday we did that flat thing. We'll use, you can see, trim rectangle shape. So I want a straight line. Okay, Control Shift and drag. So it's have subdivision. So this, all this trim brush doesn't work with subdivision level. So what you have to do is you have to delete the lower subdivision, then trim it. So it becomes perfectly straight and flat. F for focus. So now it can stand, and now you can just simply blend this. And if you suppose you want to increase this depth, BDS, damp standard, create those crease. Increase that depth. So you can see, just I just like added three dots to become fingers very easily. Now just this ears are looks quite huge, and this is quite curvy. So BMP move tool. So it's not that curvy. And then R, use R. I'll switch on the gizmo and scale it and make it thin. Q to come out from gizmo. So only thing is I need to smooth. You can see like there are lots of dents. You can see there are so many dents and it doesn't look clean. So many patches. High poly cannot be like that. It should be perfectly smooth. There shouldn't be any dent anywhere. And plus this, I can see the like lots of dents here and there. Plus some crease, some pinch here and there. And this tail looks really sloppy. So I'll just simply redo the tail quickly. Up and this time I'll take this cylinder or I can take a box. Yeah. Delete, append. Yeah. Box will work perfectly. So what I'll do is I'll use multiple this rectangles to create this shape. Multiple rectangles to create this entire shape. Then I'll dynamesh it and combine everything. So suppose you want to duplicate this without like manually duplicating this and create. So what I'll do, I'll just duplicate within that subtool. If you duplicate, it will create a different subtool. So press Control Shift, sorry, Control Alt. Say Control and Alt together. Move it. It will duplicate that within that within that subtool. And this is like this is, you can see this part is already masked, so you can control it very easily because the two of this. So control, click outside, reverse the this thing, what you call selection, create this part I'll move later, reverse it again, Control Alt, I'll move it, rotate, place it here, move it, rotate, place it here. And this time what I'll do, I'll match with this thickness, this thing perfectly, so that I don't have to manually adjust all those shapes. Yeah. To such a mistake. Control Alt, rotate again, resize, and make sure align it properly so that you don't have to adjust the shape once again. And right now you can see everything is so thick. That is something I can do it later. I just have to scale it. Control Alt once again, move it.
So
Hmm.
we can use extrude option, right? So
Yes, if you want, you can use extrude option, or you can use this Z modeler.
it's a Z
You can
modeler.
you can use Z modeler that works, or you can just simply like create multiple boxes and then dynamesh them together. That also works. Like anything, like because like to create like same like Max and Maya, when you model it, they're like to doing the same thing. You have so many different options. So whatever you feel comfortable, you can go ahead with that. End of it, that result matters.
Okay.
Align, Alt Control, move. So now you can see the entire thing is done. It's just only thick. Deselect everything, You can see it's just only one polygroup, one subtool. Squeeze it, create this, flatten it out. Yeah. Then just simply use, because right now if you see, if I go to solo, it consists of multiple subtools. Shift F, you can see there's so many models inside this. So, but and one more thing. Okay, this thickness. Okay, there's an issue. This thickness I should have matched. So let's see, single poly Q mesh all. What I have to do is extrude. Oh, it will change everything. I need to auto polygraph this. That is very okay. Should have moved it. So anyways, where is my? So this is something again I can fix it. Auto polygroup. So everything will convert to multiple polygroups. Control Shift, click on that particular model. So now you have this model. Then select this, then Control Shift outside, so unhide everything, and Control click outside. So I reverse your selection, Shift F, hide polygroup, or you can just simply switch off this. And I want to effect move this one only. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Now this one. Align. Okay. Now just simply go to geometry, Dynamesh, click on Dynamesh. So it becomes a single solid. Shift F, you can see single solid geometry with multiple subgroup. Control click outside, it will select everything. Then Control W to convert this into one polygroup. One poly. Shift F, solo. Select this one. Go to subtool, delete. So I don't need that one. So you can see it quickly become that tail. And rest I can just simply flatten everything, all the surface. I can do that very quickly. X. Or C mode. So symmetry is already on. I can just simply flatten them, or I can use brush, trim dynamics. That is something what I prefer for flattening things. If you prefer something else, you can use that brush also. That's totally fine. These things I'll fix in low poly very easily. So like basic you can see basic structure wise, my model is kind of set, but now I have to fix my eyes. So select your eyeballs and hide everything except body and eyes, these two. So now we're going to use this live boolean. We're going to use live boolean. In that it will show you the preview of the boolean effect. It's a very powerful tool. eyes are selected, your body is selected. So I need to create that cavity, because you can see in the reference eyes are perfectly round. So here I can see eyes are not perfectly round in front. There is a volume issue. That means I need to push this thing, select my base, BCB, clay builder, alt, push this section slightly back to get that perfect circular eye. Still slightly distorted, and smooth it out. So it's almost round, slightly deformed here. Okay, then go back to your eyes. Now you can see you have to switch on live boolean. Then you can see there are like so many options. You have these two circles, white circles. It's exactly like you have in Photoshop. You have this uh, like add a subtract shape, add shape, exactly the same thing. So I want to keep my body full, and I want to cut my eyes. So I'll switch to cut. This particular mesh will act as a cut tool. So you can see it creates that hollow cavity. It, it will
So can you explain it again?
okay, okay. By default, it looks like this, right? So select your body. So it's basically like Photoshop. You have like you can create shape to shape, and you want to minus some shape out of it, like you use pen tool. So you can minus that area, or you have a selection. You can minus that area. So it's like same like this is like it will show everything. This will basically cut the other shape like cut, and this will show you the intersecting part only. First option will show everything. Second shape will subtract, and third option is basically the intersection part. It will show the intersection part only. Suppose I use this one and switch on live boolean. So you can see this body it gets subtracted from these eyes. The eyes part getting subtracted from the body. If I switch to this third option, it will show me the only and only that area overlapping, that intersecting area. It will show me that. So by using these three, we can create really complex geometry very easily. And most importantly, this works as a thing also. You can do it very quickly. Like suppose you want to move your eyes. If you move it, you can see it will give you a live preview. So it becomes very easy to control, and it's very you can create this entire thing very easily. So second option, select the body. So I want this particular body with this cavity. So what I have to do is scroll down. There's an option called boolean. This is something what you can see. This is just the preview. It's not your actual model. You have to still boolean it. That's why it's called live boolean. It just show you the boolean effect, but it's not working as a boolean. So you can see there's an option called boolean make boolean mesh. If you click this, it do some processing and all. Then you can see it will create another sub tool in this here history, this here tool menu. So this is your tool. So right now I don't want this particular model. So what I'll do, I'll just, because this model is full of eyes, this flat surface, I'll delete it. Then append. Now you can see that Pikachu with those hollowed eyes. So now you have those eyes plus that cavity, but that cavity should be slightly bigger as compared to your eyes, or your eyes should be slightly smaller, so that you can see that cavity. So there are two ways to do it. select your this body. Like easiest way is uh, uh, select the eye, any of the eye, W. Click on the center and switch off your this thing symmetry. Slightly reduce, just this much, so that you can see the cavity. Perfectly place it there. Or you can just keep it. So I can create that eyelid, but there is no eyelid for Pikachu. Let me check the 3D model. 3D version. There is no cavity. I can see that depth is there, so that depth I can add. So what I'll do, body PCB clay builder. So in this model, in this 3D, you can see under eye there's slight. You can see that slight bulge here. You can see slightly highlight. If you zoom in, you can see there's slight highlight here. That means it's slightly bulged out. Slightly bulged out. So BCB clay builder, small brush. So I'll just add. Let me check if symmetry is on. No. Undo X. So make sure symmetry is on. Slight bulge. That is something I'll blend with the base body. This part looks too prominent. Undo. I'll hide everything. So if you go and check this 3D, you can see this cheekbone area is slightly outside, and it goes slightly inside. So it's almost ready, but not finished. So now what you can do is like just to like finish this thing, because right now you can see Shift F, and you can see this topology is not correct. Everything is straight. It's not following any line. It's not following any curve or shape or anything. It's not following anything. So all these fingers and everything is not properly topology is not correct. So this is something you can do, because this is a simplified model, very simple model. So first thing first, what you can do, select your model, go to geometry, then you have a Z remesher. So I'll just try it out. I just click on Z remesh. It basically generates a topology mesh according to your mesh volume surface. So it will it's processing. So you can see it gave me almost correct topology. This eyes, This lip area almost correct. This part is a little bit off. This trying this quad, but rest everything you see almost accurate. Almost accurate and everything. And for this kind of character, it perfectly works because this there's no cavity. It's not going to talk, so we can, or if it is going to talk, so we have to create a mouth cavity as well. So right now we're not going to do that. You can see it creates the entire topology correctly and everything is square. There's no triangles anywhere and it's evenly distributed and it's just 10,000 tries, and that is something if I want I can reduce it even more, like by controlling this. So you can say target poly count, so I can reduce this with the help of this target poly count. If I reduce it, it will reduce the poly count. If I increase it, it will increase the poly count. So you can see it retains almost all the shapes. Shift F, fingers and everything, your nose, body shape, and all the loops and everything is kind of perfect. Same thing I'll do with ears as well. So this is like looks really high poly. I'll use one reduced, and still it's too high poly. So what I'll do, I'll switch off adapt size, adapt curve strength, then remesh it once again, almost reduced. And if I switch off this adapt, it's kind of, you can see it's kind of really low poly because it doesn't have much detail. It's just a flat plane with slightly curved out inside its part. So I can do zero point 0.5 also. Reduce. It's 836 points only. Similarly, nose right now it's showing 8,000 something. That is not required.
So those points are trace.
No, those are polygons. Those points are polygons.
Okay.
Point like this. You see nose like a little because this is the face part, so I need a little bit more detail. Then eyes also, huh? And then one very very important things, like when you create eyes cannot be like this. Eyes always should will be like this. This center part will be in the front, not top or bottom. Like eyes will be like this no matter what, always. So Q. So now you can see it becomes smooth, and now you can if I subdivide it, it will become really smooth and clean. Those small artifacts here, everything is gone because topology is correct now. I'm just subdividing it. And now what I'll do is I'll just simply pick some color, or I can if I want I can pick some color, I can add some color, or I can poly paint it very easily. So poly painting, select this part. That color is more of like chrome. Fill this. Select your material. What kind of material you want. Yeah, this looks nice, right? Clean, soft. Select this. Once you pick your color, your material. Either you can now you can just poly paint it directly on this if you want to paint, but this entire thing is yellow only. Apart from those red cheek and those lips and those pattern. So what I'll do, go to color. I'll just fill object. If I click, if you want, you can click 2 3 times. So what will happen? It will fill that. You can see it will fill that character with that yellow color. This become yellow. So this also yellow. fill color, ear, fill color. Now I have eyes and nose. Eyes and nose are basically black. Select black. You can see it's just changing that part because rest everything is already painted. Select your eyes, fill, nose, fill. It's filled, and this is poly paint, so it needs a because it's a flat color, so it's like you can do it with really low poly character. But if you suppose it have details, that time you need to have decent amount of polygons, otherwise you won't be able to paint over that. Like for this cheeks I have like this like circle, the circles painted. Select this, red. I select this, and this time I'm going to paint. So you can see there's a, three options, four options. A for alpha, you can pick a paint alpha and paint that. Then you have mRGB. mRGB is basically material RGB, material plus RGB color. Like you can paint this material, you can change the material, you can pick that material, a different material, you can paint that plus color. Then you have RGB. RGB is only and only color. Irrespective of your material, it will paint on that surface. Then you have material. It's all irrespective. It's just the material. So irrespective of like if you paint, if you have any color pegged, it's not going to affect your model. It's going to paint the material only on that surface. So for this, I'll be using only RGB, red, blue, and green channel, and paint this red mark here. Alpha, I don't, I can use this smooth brush, and you can see if I okay, my mistake. And this Z add is also on, I have to switch it off. But if you see, if I paint, it's all pixelated. Reason there's not enough polygons, because it's basically paint on your polygons. It's poly paint. So each and every polygon they're storing the colors. There's not enough polygons, so you cannot. That's why it's all pixelated. So what you can do? Control Z, Control D, Control D. Now you have like you have around 2 million polygons. Now if I, oh sorry, my mistake. I have to smooth this default standard brush. This dot freehand. Now you can see it's smooth, slide, gently blends in the background without affecting any other part. So, but still you can see that eye doesn't look like eye; it looks like a zombie. Eyes should have that reflective property. So what I can do, I can go to material, select on material, and there's a material in my standard material, toy plastic. I can select that. I can select that, and black is, I can select black color, mRGB color. So now this eyes become really reflective. Now if I change this to any material, this thing like skin, but my eyes will be reflective, irrespective of the material. Because those eyes I have painted with toy plastic, it's a reflective base. Then select this, and suppose you for this lips area, that is also again black in color. Black is already selected. You can resize this brush and paint it. And there's a tone shader. Oh, I guess it's a custom shader. It's not here right now. So like this, you can paint it very easily and quickly and create all those effects. Let's see, there are like two patterns. This ear thing. Select a ear, full black. Okay, select this material. Go to M, I, brush. Only you can see only and only material is selected, nothing else. Isolate. I just paint it. Maybe it's isolate. Paint everything. I'm just painting this material only, so that I don't have to change my material once again. Anyways, here. Then I'll go to RGB. Oh, sorry. Either I can use this soft brush. If I want, I can use some alpha to create those hard lines. I can use that. Or easiest way to create, use a big brush. First paint the surface where you want to paint. Create that shape. It's done. Then use a smaller brush to create that sharp line. It's not perfect, so yeah. So I got a call, so I got disconnected suddenly. With that body, I have there's a patch in the back, two lines. You see, you started looking like Pikachu. That tail black patch is remaining. So like this, you can just simply create very quickly your entire model, and I can just simply like shifting. This is my low poly version. If you can see, if I go to low poly version, you can see all these artifacts because there's not enough poly. It's all poly painted. If you press D, you can see everything is clean, crisp. And then if I want, I can go like I can convert this all this paint into a texture. I can unwrap this within ZBrush. I can do that, and then bake this polypaint ink as a texture and export it from ZBrush, and refine it in Photoshop or Substance or any other software. You can do that and use this base model for your fur, hair, and all other stuff. So like I'll just take the attendance quickly. So like tomorrow I'll export this entire thing into Max. Then we'll like unwrap this thing in ZBrush. I'll show you a shortcut. You can unwrap it very quickly in ZBrush. Then take it to Max, place it properly. Because UV placement have to. do manually, no matter what, because that is something you cannot fix. So that the placement of UV you have to do manually. Well, just let me see. See. Okay. 190. Look at here. Qualified. Okay, let's see everyone. Okay, Akshay Kumar is here. Anirudh, I can't see. Anshuman is here. Ashwin is here. Nitin,
Yes, sir.
I can see. Dilip is also here. Yes. Gruhit, yes, here. Hmm. Then Rajaji Rakesh was, I saw him, I guess. Yes, Rahul. Nitin Kishore.
And sir,
Huh. Shiva. Shiva is not here.
Siva is in the hospital, sir.
Oh, why? What happened?
His father need a surgery.
What?
So operation for his father.
Okay, okay. Puneet. Puneet is not here. Rajveer is here. Dulmansam is also here. Sonam is not here. Yes, she was here. Okay, Srihari not here. Srijan Roy not here. Tushar is here. So practice this. This you can see this is very simple. You can do it like if you practice this and do it, you can do it in 1 or 2 days very easily. So like from yes, that should say.
Sir, yes, I have a doubt.
Hmm.
So for this kind of creatures, right? So this kind of characters,
Hmm.
we will be following the bone structure also, right? So
And like no matter what, because if you have any kind of character, there will be joints, right? Like you have
yes,
to
so,
think according to animation. Like when they are going to animate it, they will think, okay, there's a head, there will be a skull inside it. If there's a mouth,
yes, sir.
there will be jawline. If there's an eye, there
Yes,
will be eye socket. Then hands, all those things. Like it might be exaggerated, can be different from normal humanoid thing, but it will like it's a character for this kind of character you will follow some rat or some quadruped bone structure.
yes, sir.
So
So for
those
the
things,
fingers, sir,
fingers,
yes, sir.
yes, because
If
this
we are going to animate the fingers, but now the fingers is attached to the model, right? So the main body
hmm,
part. So
hmm.
how the animators will animate the fingers?
I guess for this kind of character there's no animation for fingers.
Uh,
Even that movie I don't remember they have any animation for the fingers. They have animation for the palm, that entire palm moves together. So
yes, sir.
usually because fingers are so tiny, so you cannot animate, or you cannot, if you animate that you cannot register, you cannot see that. So they usually have a bold, so like a bold animation, like big animation. They move the entire hand or arm or palm so that you can see that, because those small tiny fingers you cannot see, so there's no point animating those tiny fingers.
Okay, sir.
So try this out, do it quickly. So tomorrow I'll just like export this entire thing, and just this tail and all I'll just refine it in Max itself, because this kind of structure doing it in Max is very easy and convenient. Then the rest everything we'll put there, and if we have enough time, I'll add some fur to this.
Should we add that ears all on for this model?
Ears what?
So we have that hole, right? So
For ears, that hole, this hole.
yes, yes, sir.
No, it's
On
not.
the skull, on the skull, on the
No,
skull
no, no, no,
part.
no, no. That's not required, because it's like if you see all the references, it's kind of, if you see, you never
So
it's almost looks blended on the surface. So there's no cavity. You just have this line. You just have
yes, sir.
it's just coming from that area. and rest all the fur it's covering all those sections, so it's not visible anywhere. And it's a cartoonish character, so that much detailing is not required. When you're going to create for humanoid character or something more human or more real life character, or maybe quadruped or something, for those things we have to keep those things in mind, like ear we should have cavity, eyes, nose, mouth cavity, because for this mouth cavity also I haven't created. So for those character it's very important. Those will
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I'll see you on see you tomorrow. Yeah. And tomorrow, maybe class might get slightly delayed, or there's a possibility because tomorrow I have to go to the college. So
Okay.
if anything happens, I'll mail you like in advance, like today evening or early morning, so you'll get to know. So if required, I'll reschedule the class.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I haven't received
Share
any
the
replies.
recording.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. So I'll just reply it right now.
Yes.
Hmm.
So share the recording.
It's
Thank you, sir.
that same folder, recording folder is there, like that folder I shared, it's already there. Just cross check it. If it's not there, just send me a mail. I'll do it again.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, no submission, sir. Today.
Submission is submit only this first week, so if you don't submit, it, I won't force you to do it. But if you like submit something basic WIP, that will be fine. Nice.
Okay, sir.
Oh.
So what fire?
All right, bro.